we know who you are. We know the great work you do. But the average person who doesn't know you, can you kind of share with them your story of how you got started to eventually doing a video like this? This is not the first big video you've done on YouTube. You've done many of these. But how did you get started?
Yeah, I've been doing YouTube ever since I was a sophomore in high school. I remember 2017, start watching people like Logan Paul, or you start watching other vloggers, and I thought, well, I could do this. Like, I want to have like this lifestyle. I want to have a fun time and be able to record these memories. So I started making YouTube videos in high school, and it was just high school pranks, stunts, you name it, sneaking into Jake Paul's wedding, doing just like
sneaking into Jake Paul's wedding.
Yeah, just like doing the typical like YouTuber stuff at that time. And I had like little success, but I could never reach like the next level. I moved to LA, pursued YouTube. I'd do collabs with people who had 10 million views. They'd look at my analytics and they'd be like, Nick, they'd be like, wait, how are you not blowing up? Like all your analytics, like your channel should be blowing up. But for some reason, YouTube would not push my content, no matter how good my click-through rates were, how good my attention graphs were, everything like that. They wouldn't give me an opportunity. But in hindsight, I think it was God just holding me back to help me learn, and then propelling me to where I'm at now. But based off of what I was doing on YouTube, and I kind of I got really interested into politics when I graduated high school, and I started seeing how the world was working and how crazy, and how, especially during COVID, how people could use information against you, how they were censoring you. And I remember I started making more political videos on my YouTube channel, and anytime you'd put the word Trump in your YouTube channel or on your video, they would demonetize you, which means you can't make money. And if you can't make money, you can't do what you can't do it. And so you literally could not use Trump's name in a thumbnail or in a title and receive compensation for your work on YouTube. And then after that, I ended up going on to a 2-year mission for my church, and I made a plan on my mission, exactly how I wanted to come back, what kind of videos I wanted to do.
Where was the mission?
In Chile, Santiago.
And you said mission with the church?
Yes.
Which church?
I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints.
Let me tell you, man, that is such a massive edge. Massive edge. So, they would send, I work with a lot of folks from the LDS, stake presidents, a lot of guys. So I read all the Gordon B. Hinckley, John Huntsman, all these major names. The Cleon Skousen, I think, is also a LDS author. He wrote a book called Naked Communist. He was a former 15-year CIA, and the FBI and the CIA would come and try to learn from Mormons on how they would teach a language for somebody that would go on a mission for 3 weeks, or within 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you're learning the language. How much did you going on that mission make you fearless to be able to do the citizen journalism you're doing right now?
Yeah, I've always been fearless in a way. Like, I was the younger brother. My brother.
So that's your older brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I was the younger brother, always trying to impress my older brothers. So it's like, if you want to do a bike jump, if we're bike jumping, we're going snowboarding. Nick, you're also jumping.
I love it. I love it.
And but on my mission, you also just talk to thousands of people, and you have such little success for how much work you put in. As far as like, you're talking to 1,000 people, you might get 100 to say, yeah, let me sit down and have a discussion with you.
Did you speak? How long did it take you to speak the language?
I learned Spanish in about 6 weeks. I could start having conversations.
In 6 weeks, you learned Spanish?
Yeah, and I knew it when I was younger, and then I forgot it, and then I learned it back up in 6 weeks.
Can you speak now or no?
Yeah, because I speak fluent Spanish.
Seriously?
Yeah, I could have a full-on conversation with the president.
So maybe in Spanish, give a message to Tim Walz. What would you say?
Tim Walz, él es muy mal, muy estúpido. Él no sabe cómo hacer nada. Literalmente, él es muy tonto, no sabe nada.
There you go, Tim Walz. If you're paying attention, that's a message here from a young 23-year-old man. So you come back from Chile. You're making a decision what you want to do when you return with your YouTube channel. Then what happens next?
Yeah, so on the mission, I came out with a plan, like the videos I wanted to make, because I wanted to get more into kind of showing things for what they are. On your mission, all you do is talk to people, right? And I saw a lot of effects of mass migration, especially on my mission, from people fleeing Venezuela. And so I was super curious, like, what's happening in Venezuela? How come people are like moving around? You always hear about migration of animals, but you never hear about humans. And so then when I come back to the US, I had no money from after my mission. I had like $6,000. And so I knew I needed to make $10,000 to be able to fund my YouTube channel for a few months, because then I didn't think I was going to be able to make enough money for the first few months. So I knew I needed to get to $10,000. And so I went and power washed houses for a month, made $10,000 in cash, and then I went to AmFest in Phoenix to go interview people. I went all myself. I just set up a tripod interviewed people, and from there I went to the border. And at the border, I was the first person to ever really go to the border and interview people as they were crossing the border in Spanish.
Which one is this, by the way? Like, is there the clip here? If you type in Nick Shirley border?
Yeah, if you just go to, like, that's a few of them, but that wasn't the first one. Yeah, I interviewed illegal migrants at the U.S. border.
This is you?
Yeah.
How old are you here?
21.
So this is 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You're the first person that goes there?
Yeah, I'm the first person to show people that people are literally just walking over, being trafficked over, and I'm interviewing them, and these people are as proud and happy to be coming to the United States. I was like fearful when I went down there. I was like, okay, how, like, aren't these people supposed to be running? Like, they just crossed over the border, but
wait,
no.
They're not worried.
They were so thrilled. And then I went and watched them go sit down and get picked up and shuffled across the country. And I tracked even one of these ladies down from the border to New York City. And I tracked her down because she gave me her WhatsApp. And I was like, how did in one day you go from the border to America's biggest city? And then from there, kind of
You're by yourself here, Nick. Nobody else is here with you.
Yeah, I'm all by myself.
Let me tell you how many millions, tens of thousands of young boys, young men are watching this saying, if this guy's got this kind of courage, I cannot tell you how many people you're probably inspiring right now with the work, because it takes fear to do this. Mm-hmm. There's a guy, Rob, if you go to my Twitter account, there's a guy named, I don't know if you saw this tweet from him yesterday. I think you did. No, you did see it because you commented on it as well. This guy named Josh Gerstein, okay? Josh Gerstein is somebody that's been go a little bit right there. If you just type on his tweet, look what he says.
Yeah, who is this guy?
Okay, so you should know. This guy's been around. He is not you should know. He's an establishment mainstream media guy. At some point, the amateur effort to knock on doors of home daycares intersects with robust stand your ground laws. So you know what he's saying. So somebody can attack you. Now look what Twitter on the bottom readers added to it. Stand your ground laws remove the duty to retreat from a threat when a person is in a place they have a legal right to be. Knocking on doors of a supposedly public business does not constitute a threat, so stand your ground could not be invoked as a defense. That's Twitter responding to it. If you go to my response to it above, Rob, if you go to, just go back one, yeah, there you go. And I said, at some point, amateurs have to do the job that professional journalists refuse to do. That's what's called courage. Can you go Google him? Can you go Google him to see who he is, Josh Gerstein? Because he's not a regular guy. This is a guy that's been around the block for a while. Go to his Wikipedia. Go to, maybe put his name on YouTube, okay? This is a political guy. If you type his name on YouTube, you go a little bit lower. You see right there, it says Josh Gerstein Politico. He's been on media all over, for many, many years. This guy's calling out a 23-year-old, which the reason why I did this is because the video you're showing me right now back on the border, go to the border video he just had up a minute ago. It takes courage to do this. Your brother's not with you. Your family's not with you. Not a friend is with you.
No, I'm all by myself.
What did your family think when you said, I'm going out here to the border?
A lot of times I don't tell them, especially when I'm going to go do a video.
I'm sure mom loves this.
I don't tell them, but I'm going to go do something until it's done. I kind of learned that's the best way to go about things at that point. But yeah, I think everyone was shocked. I mean, I was down there and some guy who's works for Border Patrol, he's like, what are you doing? Like, don't you know there's a cartel war on the other side?
The Border Patrol guy's telling you this?
Yeah, a guy who used to work in Border Patrol. He's like, don't you know there's a cartel war going on the other side? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm giving these people, like, food. I thought these people were, like, starving. I thought they were, like, coming over, like, just fleeing. And I was, like, giving them food, talking to him. Like, I'd give a kid a shirt off my back so he could have a new shirt when he came over. Like, I thought, like, these people were, like, fleeing and coming in, but they were just being trafficked by the cartel. And so, yeah, I just went up there and started doing journalism.
And then outside of this, Rob, if you go back to his channel, it's important if you go to videos and then go to popular. Okay, video popular. Zoom in a little bit, Rob. The most popular video on YouTube you did is not even the Minnesota one. That's your 6th most popular video. The most popular one is you went inside CCOT, the mega prison full of deadly gangsters. That's in El Salvador, right?
Yes.
Then you infiltrated Rio, Brazil's most dangerous gang. That's you right there interviewing somebody, okay? Then you went inside America's city of zombies, Kingston, Philadelphia. Then inside world's most unconventional prison. This is again El Salvador. Then Los Angeles has fallen. Anti-ICE protesters take over. And then it's the Minnesota video that you've done. So for those that don't know, you've been doing this for a minute, and it's grown in the last couple of years to 1 million subs. How many subscribers did you have on YouTube early this year in January?
In January, I think I had like 300,000.
300,000 subs.
But since I've been home for my mission, which has been 2 years, I came home, I had 20,000 subscribers. Now I just hit 1.2 million subscribers.
1.2 million subscribers. Unbelievable. And while you're doing this, are you seeing others that are doing, because I saw something with Ohio, right? Wasn't there something with Ohio?
Yep.
Another thing with Kent, Washington. Are these your friends, or these are just others that are independently being inspired to do the same?
Like, I wouldn't say, some of them are my friends, but a lot of them are also probably just inspired by what I'm doing. And they're just, I would say they're like fellow comrades, I guess, like mutual respect for each one. I try not to give all my information to people, because the reason why I've had my success is because how I go about and do stuff. So I'm not just like telling people to go and copy me, right? I think there's like an art form, and if you want, there's a way to be inspired, then there's a way to just copycat people.
Yeah, I will tell you, either way, I think it's phenomenal. Even if other guys are saying, and I'm going to go do what Nick does, go at it, because you can't be in 300 places at the same time, right? You have to be in, you can, I'm looking at your eyes. You know what your eyes are telling me right now? You haven't slept a lot.
No, I haven't slept. The past 3 nights, I probably slept like 10 hours.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But that's what it takes. I mean, look, here's the reality of it, folks. Let me tell you, today it's December 31st, okay? It's December 31st. It's New Year's Eve. He's not from Fort Lauderdale, okay? What is a 23-year-old doing in a city he's not to just come on a podcast? He could say, well, the average 23-year-old, you know what, why don't we do January 2nd after the New Year's? No. Hey, Nick, I want to do a podcast. I want to sit down and talk to you. Let's figure it out. I'm in Minnesota. Rob calls, boom, 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 boom. He's in here in town. We're doing. These are things that, most investigative journalists would need to do. You would expect people like this to do it. But today, the biggest competition they have is independent journalists that are willing to go out there and be edgy, that are willing to have 10 hours of sleep in 3 days to expose a story. So I'm proud of the work that you're doing.
I'm Nick Shirley, and you guys can find me here on Connect. Go ahead and ask me any questions, whether it be about politics, about what I believe, or where I think the future of the country will be going, or just, quite frankly, anything. You can ask me here on Connect. I really appreciate all your support, and I can't wait to answer your questions.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.